Huh. So, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about traveling to Jamaica, about what I experienced and how I had to get myself prepared. Excuse my hair. It is a mess because all I do is live on the beach. And the winds and the sea breeze is just like too much. But anyway, back to the traveling story. So, I traveled to Jamaica from the Carolinas, and I have to say that Walgreens was the best. They provided the fastest service as far as the testing. It took less than 24 hours for me to get my results on 2 different occasions from Walgreens. So, but I didn't go to the Walgreens in my city. I drove about 20 or 30 minutes away from my home. About 25 minutes. About a 25-minute drive. But they were still super fast on both occasions. Sorry about that. Yeah, they were really, really fast on both occasions. They got the job done in a short amount of time. I need a map like this. All right, let's stay focused. So yeah, you have to get tested within 7 days. Well, when I flew, I left the end of January, and you needed to get tested within 7 days. And now I think it's within 3 days of your flight. But I think I got tested about 5 or 6 days before I left. But right now, that's not accurate. You have to get tested within 3 days of your flight. So, Walgreens was very reliable for me in my state. I mean, everyone's testing now. You can get tested at the hospital, at the urgent care. A lot of different centers are testing. There are pop-up sites that are testing. So you might want to look for a testing site that handles travel tests or specializes in travel tests, because they'll understand how quickly you need your results. And for Jamaica, it has to be a lab test. What do they call it? A PCR test. So it can't be one of those instant tests where you get the results, within 5, 10, 15 minutes of taking the test. Your swab needs to be sent to the lab and tested, and then you'll receive an email with your results, which you can use to show at the airport. You need to show that at the airport before you even check in. Like, I wasn't able to check in online because I needed to show proof of my negative PCR test within the time frame before getting on my flight. So, and then you need to show it again at the gate before you board the plane. And then did I show it? I'm trying to remember. No, I don't think I had to show it again once I landed. But there is a website that you do have to upload your results. I'll put the website on the bottom. I think it's, in the description box. I think it's visitjamaica.gov, but I'm not sure. I'll definitely put it in the description box below, so you'll know for a fact where it is that you need to go if you decide to travel to Jamaica. Now, on the flight, everything was great. It was cool. There was not a lot of people at all. I flew American Airlines, by the way, on a nonstop flight, and it was not at all crowded. I had a whole row to myself. I think the 4 or 5 rows in front of me were empty as well. The plane was nowhere near packed. I felt like I was on a huge private jet. And you were required to leave your mask on the entire time. As soon as we got on the plane, they gave you like a little sandwich bag, like a little goodie bag with snacks and a mini bottle of water. So you could only remove your mask, of course, to drink your water or have your snack, which I didn't eat the snack on the flight. It's a short flight, and I ate before getting to the airport. So I wasn't really pressed to have a snack on the flight, but I did drink some of the water. So I did remove my mask for a quick second just to drink some of the water, and the flight attendants definitely made sure that everyone kept their mask on the entire time that we were on the flight, except for young children, of course. But I felt really safe. And as soon as we landed in Jamaica, we had to sanitize. There were soldiers there in the airport, and nurses or medical workers that were, you know, dressed in the gowns, the white gowns and stuff like that. And the soldiers were just in their uniform, but they were just there to ensure that you sanitize and, you know, follow protocol and keep a distance. And the line was not long. We flew on a rather early flight. Now, let me see. No, we flew on an afternoon flight. And there wasn't a long line when we got here. There wasn't a long line to get through customs or to clarify anything. Everything was pretty much short and sweet, except for when it was time for me to get my luggage searched. No, I came here on a one-way ticket, thinking that, you know, I can just see or decide how long I want to stay. Once I get here, I'll make my decision as to when I would buy a return ticket. And when I got to the airport, when I landed and was interviewed by the customs officer, she asked me about my return flight. And I'm like, well, I didn't buy my return flight yet. I'm not sure exactly when I'm leaving. And she let me know that I needed to purchase a ticket. She asked me first if I was in a position to purchase a ticket right away. And I said, yeah, I had my credit card, so I could buy a plane ticket. And she then asked me to get out of the line and go and purchase a ticket. So I had to buy tickets to come back home on the spot, which I didn't plan on doing, but that just altered my travel plans slightly. I knew I was returning. I just wasn't sure exactly which date I wanted to come back, because I wanted to quarantine. My whole reason for going on this trip was to just quarantine in a different environment, a warmer environment, you know, someplace that wasn't as stressful. Like, coronavirus is everywhere. I don't think there's any country that's missing it. You know, COVID is all over the place, but the numbers are rather low here in Jamaica. So I just wanted to de-stress, relax, and quarantine someplace different than just being in my home. And so I decided to come here and quarantine here. So I didn't really want to buy a ticket for just a week or 5 days, because that's not really quarantining. That's just, you know, taking a quick trip somewhere, having a little fun, and heading back home. So we pretty much stayed here for a little over a month. Yeah, a little over a month. But it was cool. You know, I literally stayed in the hotel. When I got there, I stayed the first hotel. Oh, that's a whole nother so we did a little bit of hotel hopping, but it was cool. We had a pretty nice experience, a pretty fun experience. I would definitely do it again. It was fun, and I like to move around a little. We did move around a little, but we spent quite a bit of time in each place. So it wasn't like we were just popping in and out from city to city or town to town or parish to parish. No, we did spend time in one place for a while. So no one can really say like, oh, they just came to just party and hop around and just go from beach to beach and parish to parish. No, that was not the case at all. So it was a great experience, but again, you just need to be prepared, take the test, and I think if you lean back and relax, it kind of helps with the swabbing. Some places allow you to swab yourself now, But yeah, when I went to Walgreens, I did swab myself. But I did have take other tests where the nurse or the PCA, whoever it was, tested me themselves, and they can push that swab. I'm sure you heard horror stories already. Rather far up your nose, which causes your eyes to water, and it's very uncomfortable. But I did swab myself, so I'm not gonna push it so far that I'm gonna cry. But of course, you have to push it up far enough for. It's just a mess, but you got to do it if you want to travel. You have to take the test if you want to come to Jamaica. And now the U.S. requires a test as well, but you can take the instant, I think it's called an antigen test, where you get the results the same day. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but I know to come down you need a PCR test, and in return you can take the instant test. So I haven't taken the COVID test here in Jamaica yet, but I will do so before leaving. Again, we have to do it within 3 days of travel, so we're going to get it done before we leave in order to get on our flight and have some peace of mind and freedom. So that's my story about traveling to Jamaica. Right now, in the current situation, you are required to test 3 days before you leave, and then you can come and quarantine, relax, enjoy the warm weather and the beautiful islands. I'll share more of my story with you and all of the places that we've stayed, the different hotels that we visited or checked into soon. So I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the post notification bell.